TGS presents Assassin's Creed Odyssey massive road trip. We're going from Asklepion to Aipeia Port, basically almost 12,000 or 12 kilometers or 12,000 meters. We're starting all the way up here, all the way up in Makedonia, and we're gonna ride by horseback all the way down to here, the like two furthest cities I could find on mainland. This is obviously down in Messenia. From what I understand, we're going to have to head from here, go through here, come down through here, come down through here, and eventually make our way there. I'm going to be doing this by automated roads, so we can kind of just walk around and enjoy the view. First thing we got to do is actually get on the road. So here I am up here, the Amphipolis. Begin our journey. This is going to be quite the journey. It's probably one of the longest trips I've ever had to do. I'm not sure why. We're having trouble. There we go. Seems like it was having a little bit of difficulty registering how far this is. I don't think the game gets requests to travel 12,000 meters by horseback very often. Kind of like just a scenery tour, not so much an in-depth tour of the cities. We're only going to hit cities that are on the route the game suggests. Obviously, as you can tell, we're heading west because we can't head south until we make our way all the way down to Odyssey and all that area of the map. Probably butchering all these area names, so just, you know, refer to YouTube videos or something for proper pronunciation. Horse was getting tired, slowing down. Maybe because we were near the city, it slowed down. We're back to full force speed. The mountain in the background right there is pretty awesome. I've seen most of what this map has to offer. It's an absolutely awesome map. Highly recommend this game. Yeah, this map is pretty dang sweet. I think I like this map more than I liked Origins map. And Origins was an awesome game as well, obviously. We're just cruising through the forest. I'm going to try and minimize any chances of dying by not engaging anyone who tries to engage me. We've almost covered 1,000 meters, and that's not even on a direct path. No idea how long this will take, to be totally honest. The biggest reason I don't know is because we're not going in a direct path. As you can tell, we're now heading, you know, north to go south. Because we got to wrap around the hills to our left here. My guess is we're working our way down along that little leg per se towards the mainland so we can break south the second we hit an intersection. Absolutely amazing scenery. Just gonna keep looking around as we cruise on this journey per se. We ran like 100, 200 meters north, now we gotta go all the way back down south. Seems like we finally made it around the waterfront there to start heading southerly. And then we're gonna hit a few mountain changes. We're gonna have to go left, right on the way down, so going directly south probably is not gonna happen very much on this trip. But we're doing pretty good. If it was a direct route, I honestly would say this would take like 15, 20 minutes. If it was direct. Being indirect, I think it's going to take a little bit longer. So we covered, I mean, we would have covered 1,000 meters by now in like few minutes. My guess is we'll be there within 30 minutes or so. With all the indirect turns and whatnot. So you see us dropping down, we're almost at 10k. So take a quick look around. We're kind of in the woods, there's not much to look at, just being honest. Some wildlife. very, very, very mountainous terrain up here. And pretty much down the whole map. We're going to just run into patches of mountains that are going to deviate us from our straight path. Like right now, we got to swerve up and around the mountain. We're going pretty high up actually right now. It's like we're going up and over rather than around. This would make sort of some awesome ass cruising roads in modern day though, like, you know, just take a cruise up here with your car. Just in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nowhere. Be pretty sweet. We're tackling this much faster than I anticipated. We'll see what happens as we get further down.
What is wrong with you?
Take a 10-second pause just to see. Wow, we covered all that land. We went through all that time, like 4 or 5 minutes, just to get into here. From Malice, my guess is it's going to have us follow this road along this path. And eventually we'll divert down through Boeotia, but I'm not sure which route it's going to take us through there. So, like, notice how indirect we're going. Once we can get a more direct path going, I feel like the trip becomes a lot more efficient. Now, doing this on a no navigation trip would be insane. Just like, don't set any markers, just know what direction you gotta go and try and set off on the roads to get there. It would be pretty epic. Not doing it today, but you know, maybe at some point I'll consider trying to do a no navigation trip in a game like this. We used to do it in the Crew 2 a lot. I have quite a few videos of that. We would just kind of know where they're at in relation to other cities and so forth and make our way there. You know, you'd be like, oh, the small town south of St. Louis, then you just know to go south of that city. And, you know, coming from like the northeast, you're going to have to pass Chicago because you like see the cities. In real life, you can't see the cities, I think, from each other at all, but obviously in the game it's a little bit different. Here we go, the swervy mountains. We're already down to 8,600 meters. Almost knocked out 3,000 meters in 8 minutes. Oh yeah, my bet's going to be around 30-minute video. We'll see what happens at the end. Yeah, now we're heading the wrong way, sort of. Technically, it's the right way according to the game for fastest route there. What I think right now what we're doing is we're heading west, like I showed you guys are on the map. You either had to hug the around that lake to the east or the west, and I think it's taking us around to the west because it gives us a more direct approach into where we're going, which I can agree with. It makes sense. I wasn't sure what it would do first. Again, we're just in the forest. There's not much to see here. We'll get to see a little bit more once we get closer to the major cities. We're probably going to pass through right outside of some cities and so forth. Is my guess. We'll have to see something. Watch us pass nothing at all. Just trees. More mountains. Looks like the fall here. We're far from the fall. I think fall and spring are my 2 favorite seasons of the year. Summer not following far behind. Winter being the least favorite. But I don't hate any of them. You know, winter's winter. It's not the best. But still alive, so what the hell. Spring's awesome because you start to finally get out of the cold. You get like that 50s, 60s start going. And everything starts coming back to life. That's my favorite time. In the fall, I really like the leaves changing and all that stuff and those cool temperatures that come in like the 60s. 50, 60 range. I think that's my favorite temperature range outside. Maybe low 70s being my highest. So after that, you just start getting hot. They start sweating, this and that. Either way, back to the game. Yeah, this is like some cider beer time of year for me. Just grab a cider beer, like chill behind this house you see right here on that hill looking out. That's a good time. It's 2,500 meters here. There we go, look at that view. It's open mountains down there. We're getting out of the mountain, the high parts of the mountains on this side. Then we're gonna hit the tall mountains in the south, as you can see. We're right near a major city. Right there. Does it show the name? Kind of taking us around. Take a quick look. What city that is. That's just Pilgrim's Landing. So, I just want to show you guys. It took us from all the way up here, all the way around to focus. Now my guess is we're going to follow this road all the way down into Boeotia, cut through here. It's going to follow these random roads through Arcadia, eventually into Messenia, and we'll be there. Alright, drop down to 7,300. Halfway, I think, would be around 6,000. So right around 6,000, we'll have an idea of how long the video might be, but obviously there's high variability to that based on directions. Like right now we're breaking east, which is definitely not helping our southerly journey. I don't know why the game doesn't consider just a cut through the city and come out the southern side on the road. But I'm going to let the game do its thing because that was my plan for this. This is an awesome little pass though, look at this. It's a pretty sweet road, in my view. Got the lower portion on the side, got your raised up over here, just there's water down there like a river or whatever. At least I think there is. Yeah, there is. Creek, river, whatever it is, I don't know. It's not a river from the way it looks, but you never know. Awesome. I'm glad it took us this way. Look, here's the damn big ass statue that I came to. They're like eating his organs.
Got to be careful not to get spotted.
Crazy statue. Pretty sure I took a picture of that when I first saw it. Was really tempted to take a pic there, but I didn't see the right angle and I'm not gonna divert. Since we're trying to see how long this takes, we haven't really had to divert at all. Other than yeah, maybe running into a person or two. But finally making our way south. Yep, Boeotia, whatever you call it. Boeotia. We are here. This area I don't think is as ridiculously mountainous. It's still very hilly, as you can see. No idea where it's taking me. Lebedea. It's like a little farm town. Farm community. Well, this road aims nicely towards where we gotta go. I'll make sure to let you guys know the time is 6,000 meters, which will be right around halfway. The journey is actually much longer than 12,000 meters. That's just overall distance on a direct line. So I can't tell you exactly how long this trip is, but it's quite long. My guess is probably closer to 15, since you have to divert to the side and go back north and then go east and then go west. So many deviations from the linear path to where we're going. More scenery out here. This sums up the map. I mean, if you just look at this view, this is what the map is. Add trees, remove trees, add cities, remove cities. hills, mountains, crazy terrain. That's we're apparently right by a little village here, some sort.
That's not safe.
Here's the lake. I want to see something. Nah, it's the second one. It's not even a lake. Okay. I thought we were up by here. We're way past that. We're already right here. We pretty much have to go around here. It's going to take us down through by the Valley of the Kings probably. Right past there. Right through here. We got a bit to go. I was always wondering, I was just like, how long is this trip going to take? Is it going to take me an hour? Is it going to take me 2? Because it's so mountainous. You know, the terrain is ridiculous. It's really not too shabby. If you don't mind just running between locations. Some people don't want to fast travel. They like to just do it naturally. I remember Schmag was doing a Fallout 4 playthrough like that where he didn't use fast travel at all. It's going to be crazy. You're constantly getting over encumbered and you gotta run all the way back to your base to drop it off. You could be like far as hell away. You gotta start making like using random drawers in the middle of nowhere to like store stuff and hope it doesn't disappear. So somewhat flatter land here, I guess. Excuse me, I'm coming through. Still of Latos. I've already completed this locations. I just wanted to check because it said it was new. I think it was just that thing back there, that entrance or something. We already completed this fort. The leader will live to see another day. We're in Megaris now, guys. We're trucking along pretty good. We're almost at the halfway point. Then if you count my intro, you count the times I pause to look at the map and stuff. You know, we're probably not too off from between 15, 16, maybe 17 minutes max to make it halfway, but now we're diverting again, which is slowing us down a little bit. And we're going into the town. Here we go. Our first major city that we're actually heading into. It's going to slow us down a bit as the horse generally slows down due to the city congestion. It's like the Autobahn, you got the parts that are unmonitored. They just have recommendations per lanes and stuff. Then they got the parts where they have limits because they're close to the city and they're trying to reduce noise pollution and all that stuff and deal with increased traffic. Mercenary was just chilling there. Well, we just went through Megara. Nice little sweet little town, looking to get away for the day and just enjoy a day out away from your village up north, come down to Megara. They might have a nice hotel in there too, I don't know. Not too shabby of a little town. Pretty nice. See you, Megara. Thank you for being kind to us. Yeah, we were right around 19 minutes when we crossed 6,000 meters. Right around there. So I'm thinking 17 maybe, if you include all the time wasted otherwise. But we're in that final stretch. So my guess is we're going to probably need a little bit more than 30 minutes to get there, but with if we have a more direct approach here on out, it might not take as long. I see the mountains up ahead and I know we're going to have to divert. Quite a view over here at the waterfront.
I should try to stay out of sight.
A little enemy spot here. Here's a town right here to our side. Looking pretty nice. Right underneath that cliff over there, you see the building up on the hill. The building would have one hell of a view being up there for sure. Can't imagine. Obviously you can always go up there and look, but I'm sorry town, we're not gonna pass through. GPS says we gotta just go around. I've had that happen to me in road trips in real life. I'll be road tripping on a long trip, and there'll be a bunch of cities sprinkled throughout, and none of them are major, like epic cities. Pretend you're driving. I'm just speaking metaphorically. Pretend you're driving New York City to Boston. Well, on the way there, sprinkled throughout, not too far out of the way per se. 95 goes right through New Haven, where Yale is, and like there's some decent food spots there. You go further up. You want to go a little bit out of here. You go through Providence, Rhode Island. Tons of little towns. Sometimes you just have to go around them, but you want to just check them out. On a long road trip, I like to cut it in half and plan a spot to just stop for like an hour and eat and stuff. Do some stretching. Usually worked in the past, not too shabbily. But I've done some epic road trips. Like this would be an epic road trip, no doubt about it. I've done, I think 15 hours was my max or something around there, non-stop. Never recommend doing that again in my life. I don't think truckers are even allowed to drive more than 12 hours, and I can see why. It is exhausting, especially when you're the only one driving. That was a personal choice. I wanted to cover that highway. One of those people, Frank Sinatra style, want to see all the different highways. If I go to Europe, for instance, I want to go to Rome at some point, I totally would have to drive down to Pompeii and maybe drive up to Venice, just do some exploring, drive on some highways, do some off-road, back country road type stuff. Would be pretty cool. We're down to 4,000 meters. We're trucking along now pretty good. We covered 2,000 meters there in like 3 minutes. We might be done really, really soon if this is as direct. We're already in Arcadia, which I think it borders where we're going. Seems like that mountain line up ahead is the only thing that's holding us back. That's how you know you're getting near Sparta as well. More views. Hope you guys are enjoying this video and live stream. This was on my list for a long time. I was like, oh, all the times I come back to play this, at some point I'm gonna have to do this. Here we are. Maybe I'll do the Senu one at some point. I did the boat already, corner to corner. I already did the Athens to Sparta tour where I toured both cities and then rode between them as quickly as possible. Some nice looking country right here. The upkeep's looking pretty good. I mean, the plants look pretty good. The air seems like it would be pretty good. Alright, here we go. I don't think the mountains are going to divert us too much. We'll probably do some swerving around and so forth and see what happens from there. Damn, let's look back. Trees are blocking our view of back yonder. Turn now. Pretty nice view up the mountain. All the roads in this remind me of like hiking roads. Seems like we're going into a city, our second actual drive into Tegea, I guess. Teje? I don't know. No idea. We're here. What's up, little town? I think I'd rather go chill in Megara, but still nice to, just drive through and maybe, grab a McDonald's while you're there. Oh, they got some sales going on out here. What you guys got? It's like a flea market. 2,500 meters. I almost feel like we're gonna start coming down into that region pretty soon. There's a major mountain by Sparta right there. So we're not too far. I remember seeing that mountain from around this region. It's very mountainous in Laconia. We might actually not be too far off with the 30-minute guess. We're at 26:20. A little bit after that, but yeah, you get the idea. Again, this is an estimated route, so obviously going to minus some time due to the intro, due to any slowdowns. Checking out the map to see where we were. So subtract like a minute or two, and that would be a decent estimate of how long this trip takes. About 2,000 meters out, right under a half hour of time. Watch out, mercenary. I am on a road trip. I am trying to get to location, but now it is diverting me completely out of the way. That really is. We're going like way down here now. We gotta go to the right. We're heading into the Sparta territory. There's Sparta down there. Sparta. It's out of our range. Just like I was talking about earlier, it's one of those cities, just on a road trip, and it's just like right outside of your reach, and you just don't want to waste the time adding in that extra traffic time to go over and just drive through the city. Been there, done that. Damn. Up we go. Up we go. Up the mountain, yo. We're going way high up here. It's like we're climbing the tallest damn mountain here. Just we couldn't find any faster way to go up and over. Look how high up we are. It's crazy. We used to be all the way down there at like water level. What goes up must come down. We're on the side down the Laganda Pass. We're around 1,100 meters out. This road trip it's turned out to be almost in my favor. 1,000 meters out at 29 and some change. You minus that 2 minutes. 1 to 2 minutes. This might be roughly 30-minute ride. Pretty sure it's just a descent from the mountain right into the town at this point. Might be a little bit windy, but other than that, shouldn't be too bad. There's our destination. Furthest major city I could find from this little town we were in back up there. What a journey. Saw a lot of land, a lot of different people, a lot of different cities, same terrain, It's pretty wild. The map is pretty awesome, so I can't complain too much about that. I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed since, the second one. I say the first one I played it, I didn't get too heavy into it. I did a few missions, I kind of moved on. I want to give it another chance someday. Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood Revelation, I got remastered. Amazing game, some of my favorite 3 Assassin's Creed for sure. 3 just came out remastered, another one that's going to be on my list. So many good Assassin's Creed games, and they really changed it with Origins and Odyssey. I kind of missed the old vibe of it. At the same time, I embraced the new design. It's not bad. It's a pretty cool setup. Open world style Assassin's Creed. Next, I just need Assassin's Creed Online. That would be epic. Like ESO. But Assassin's Creed instead. We officially made it. It's a little bit foggy down here today. Should check the weather before we made the journey. But here we are. This is where I wanted to get to. Right at 31:13, so right around 30-minute journey. That's not bad at all, guys. We literally just rode a horse from all the way up here in Asklepion, through Makedonia, through Malus, through Focus, through Boeotia, through Megaris, through Corinthia, through Arcadia, into Messenia, all the way down here, friggin' almost 12,000 direct line meter route, 12 kilometers. And then you, like I said, you add in this whole sideways route, this sideways route, all the indirect passages, and you probably end up around 15 or more probably. But it was a pretty epic journey. The mountains definitely present a challenge. It would probably take you like 15-20 minutes, like if it was a direct line. If you literally hopped on your horse here and you had a road going direct, 15-20 minutes max. But pretty epic trick. I would really appreciate if you guys check out my other ones. I did Athens, aka Attica area, to Sparta Laconia trip and toured both cities to display them about the Peloponnesian War. Basically called it the war route video, showing how close they were, the route between them in the game at least. The game obviously is not realistic. It's like a few hour drive in real life. But they're actually pretty damn close. I also did a boat trip from this top corner here as far as the game would let me before, trying to respawn me all the way down to the furthest point down here. That was a pretty epic boat trip. Didn't take as long as I thought it would either. But there you have it. Would really appreciate if you like and sub. We also have videos for Origins. Thanks for watching.